Hey, friends, welcome to the And Jesus podcast. This is Kevin, Vin1. And this is, wait a minute, you're not Gavin.
No, Gavin got recasted.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Cancel culture's pretty rough out there, so we
Yeah.
found something in the dark web. No, I'm just joking. I'm David Kee. I really just hopped in this seat, and I don't know what's going on.
He has no idea what's going on, but I do, somewhat, not all the time. But, Davy, this is going to be part of our bonus content for And Jesus. And my dear brother in the Lord here just got done premiering this past Saturday Small But Mighty, which is his documentary on the One Hope Church, our church, and the incredible things that God has done through it. I'm going to be including a link in our description. I encourage you to check it out. But I want to take a few moments here with Davy to plug the documentary because you do need to watch it. It is fantastic. I can't tell you how amazing of a job you did.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
It is awesome, small but mighty, and it's so cool to see the way you portrayed it, how when church is done in a way that really wants to follow the heart of Christ,
Absolutely.
how effective it can be.
Yeah.
Was that your intent, and is that what you wanted to capture, or was that just a byproduct?
Originally, we were given this assignment in school because I am still a student. It was to make a documentary. And so I was just trying to get an easy A, trying to make like a 5-minute documentary and get done with it. But then I interviewed my dad, and I found out how much this church actually meant to me. And I had been to churches that were trying to be like mega churches. Like that was the whole goal. It was to basically be a brand and branch out. And with our church, we don't desire that, not even a little bit. We desire a community and a family. And then I was thinking about it, and I felt this mission God placed in my heart was to share this story, not because it was going to get thousands or millions of views or going to be in theaters, but just to inspire somebody else that feels like, let's say they're a pastor and they only have 20 people going to their church, that they'd be like, wow, small churches still can impact people. And that was the question we wanted to portray in the documentary. Can a small church still impact people? And so that going into it, it really was, how can I show how this church has been so effective towards me, towards my family, towards other members, and telling the story of how God specifically put basic Lego bricks on top of each other to build the one hope, which is the church the documentary is about.
That's so awesome. I love, as you guys are going to watch it, because, right, guys, you're going to watch it. I'm going to hold you to it. Your dad, right? How he really had zero desire to be a lead pastor. Yeah. That was probably the last thing, if you were to ask him, what do you want to be? The last thing on his list would have probably been a lead pastor, because he grew up a PK, a pastor's kid.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see how his heart has changed in that regard. He tells his story of how he finally decided to obey God and his calling and the blessing that it has been. I really love our church so much, Davy.
Me too.
It is from top to bottom, from age group, every age group. It's not like every age group is broken up into their own group. It is one church body.
There's no cliques, which is something, sadly, a lot of churches I saw that I went to, and also while I was making this documentary, I saw a lot of churches do have cliques. And that's one of like the number one things that kill church community. And with this church, I wanted to show that there is no cliques. Any generation, all of them are one.
Yeah, and it's amazing. It's amazing because in the world's view, or sadly in the church's view, in a lot of sense, they may look at our church and say, well, you don't got the numbers that we do, or, you know, it's not a huge. But when you see the things that God has done through the church,
totally.
I think it's a testimony to God and his faithfulness, because without God, it's not possible. But that, like you said, God did little as much when God is in it. And thus, the title, I love it, Small But Mighty.
Yeah.
And it's all because of Jesus. So, friends, I want you to check that out. And I want you to do me another favor. You have a podcast.
I do. Yeah. It's So You Think You're a Nerd. We have a few episodes on there. We have a lot of episodes on Spotify. Like I started to do So You Think You're a Nerd before I hit puberty. But if you go back to the first episode, it sounds like the hosts are two little girls when it's two 13-year-old boys. So I've been doing it for a while. It's on YouTube. We focus on that and doing shorts on there. So
yeah, check it out. It's great content. And they often take angles on different topics, usually movies, TV shows, and things of that nature. that you might not initially think of, but is really interesting. And it's also a great podcast because it approaches that industry through a Jesus first lens, which is the way my brother approaches his entire life. I'm very proud of him, if you can't tell. Just amazing to watch him grow into the man of God that he's becoming. And I got some good news too. He's going to be in one of our upcoming episodes as a special guest. Be sure to check that out. We are excited. Gavin and I both are excited to have him as a guest on our show. But I wanted to take this time, because I promise you guys, bonus content. This is bonus content. So exciting because, again, we get to see someone else who has a heart for Christ and the things that he's doing and the way the Holy Spirit is leading him. And so, yeah, please check out the content. I'm going to leave a link to Small But Mighty. And I'm going to leave a link to his podcast. So You Think You're a Nerd. Check both of them out. Any last words before we sign off, Davey?
I literally just hopped in. Kevin said, "Hey, you mind doing me a favor?" Yeah, do you mind me doing a favor? Like, you mind doing a favor for me? And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he's like, "Just sit down." And then I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Just follow me." And so, yeah, this is awesome. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. I'm excited to see more of what And Jesus does. And yeah, thank you guys, and God bless.
All right, see you guys. God bless you. Love you all. Check those links. I'll be checking.